Good morning Year 9 and welcome to today's maths lesson. Let's start off with a quick starter. Can you please work out these three questions in your light blue books? 18 times 4, 25% of 200, and list for me three square numbers, any square numbers you like. Pause the video for a couple of minutes and have a go at those questions now. Okay, so the answers I was looking for 18 times 4. 8 times 4 gives me 32. 1 times 4 gives me 4, plus the 3 gives me 72. 25% of 200, well 100% of 200 is just all of it, which is going to give me 200. So 50% is going to be half of that. 50% gives me 100. And 25% is half of that again, which gives me 50. Now square numbers are numbers made up by a different number multiplied by itself. For example, 1 times 1 multiplying by itself will give me 1. 1 is a square number. 2 times 2 multiplying a number by itself gives us 4. 4 is a square number. 3 times 3 multiplying by itself tells us that 9 is a square number. You could have had 16, 25, 100, 81, loads of options there for me, Year 9. Okay, let's have a look at today's lesson. My first question for you, in your light blue books, write yes or no. Is 10 a prime number? Just have a think, have a go. Is it a prime number, yes or no? Okay, so I can make 10 by 1 times 10. I could also make it by 2 times 5. So how many factors does 10 have for me, Charlotte? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's got 4 factors. Now if I tell you that a prime number only has 2 factors, 1 in itself, is 10 a prime number? No, because it's got 2 more extra factors. Okay, in your light blue books, is 9 a prime number? Have a little think, write down your answer. Okay, I can make 9 as 1 times 9, or I could make it as 3 times 3. So 9 has got 3 factors. A prime number only has 2 factors, 1 in itself. So 9 is not a prime number. Okay, is 7 a prime number? Have a little think, light blue books. Okay, I can make 7 from 1 times 7. But there's no other ways I can make it, so it's only got 2 factors, 1 in itself. Therefore, is it a prime number, Josh? Yes, it is. Light blue books, is 5 a prime number? How can I make 5? I can make 5 from 1 times 5 and there's no other way of doing it. It's got 2 factors, 1 in itself. So yes, it's a prime number. Finally, is 4 a prime number? I can make 4 from 1 times 4 or 2 times 2. So 4 has got 3 factors, 1, 2 and 4. So no, 4 is not a prime number. No. So my prime numbers were 7 and 5 and my not prime numbers were 10, 9 and 4. In your light blue books, have a go at writing a definition. What is a prime number? Pause the video for a couple of minutes. Doesn't matter, just put any ideas down that you think defines what a prime number might be. Pause the video now, light blue books. So ideas for prime numbers. Prime numbers only have 2 factors. That's one fact about a prime number. And those factors are just 1 and itself. Okay. We know prime factor numbers have exactly two factors, one in itself. I'm going to go through 3 examples and then you in your light blue books can have a go at the others. So I can make 10 from 1 times 10 or 2 times 5, so it's got 4 factors. So no, it's not a prime number. I can make 15 as 1 times 15. I can also make it as 3 times 5. So no, it's not a prime number. And I can make 41 from 1 times 41, but there's no other way of doing it. So it's only got the factors 1 and 41. So yes, 41 is a prime number. Pause the video for 10 to 15 minutes and in your light blue books, can you work out if these other numbers are prime numbers? Write yes or no next to each number for me. Pause the video now and have a go. Okay, year 9, here are the answers. Please check how you did. Okay, dark blue books, can I have the title Prime Numbers? And underneath, can you write the sentence prime numbers have exactly 2 factors, 1 and itself? Underneath that, can you draw me a grid with the numbers 1 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30, 31 to 40, 41 to 50 in 5 rows for me in your dark blue books now. Okay, we're going to identify all the prime numbers between 1 and 50, okay? So the first thing we need to do is cross off any numbers that are multiples in order. So 1 can be made up of just 1 times 1, so it's only got 1 factor. So 1 is not a prime number. 2 can be made up as 2 times 1, so yes, that is a prime number. However, any multiples of 2 after that can't be prime numbers because they've now got a factor of 2 in them. So we need to go through and in our dark blue books, cross out all those multiples of 2 in your grid. You can cross out all the way down here, cross out all the way down here, cross out all the 6s, cross out all the 8s, and cross out all the powers of 10. Okay, we can make 3 by 3 times 1, but there's no other ways we can do it, so it's only got the factors 1 and 3. So that's a prime number. However, all multiples of 3 are going to have 3 as a factor, so we can cross those out. Any multiples of 3, get rid. 21 can go, 27 can go, 33 can go, 39 can go, add another 3, add another 3, 45 can go, add another 3, already crossed out 48. 5 can be made up of 5 times 1, but then any multiples of 5 we can also get rid of. 7 can be made up of 7 times 1, and there's no other way, but we can now get rid of any multiples of 7 that we've got left, which is none of them. Oh, 49, get rid of that one. 11 is just 1 times 11, but there's no other way of doing it, so we can get rid of any multiples of 11. 13 is 1 times 13, there's no other way of doing it, so we add 13, cross that one off, add 13, already crossed it off. 17 is another prime number, then adding 7, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7 and 10, 34, that one's already crossed off. 29 is a prime number, 23 is a prime number, and all our remaining numbers are prime numbers. They can only be made up of 1 and themselves. For example, again, 31 can only be made up of 1 and 31. It's only got 2 factors, so it's a prime. So these are your remaining prime numbers that you should have in your dark blue books. There they are again. Okay, so a prime number has exactly 2 factors, 1 in itself. Have a vote. Is 1 a prime number? Hands up for yes. Hands up for no. Right. Answer is no, 1 is not a prime number because the only factor 1 has is itself. It can only be made up of 1 times 1. So its only factor is 1. And prime numbers have to have 2 factors. So the answer is no. In your dark blue books, in the middle of your page, can you write the words prime number for me? Can you then, in the top left-hand corner of your page, write what you think a definition of a prime number might be? Any characteristics of a prime number? Any examples in the bottom left-hand corner? And any non-examples, numbers that aren't prime numbers, in the bottom right. Please pause the video for 10 minutes and do that now. Okay, and this is what I came up with. I came up with a prime number as being a positive integer with 2 distinct factors. Those are, as shown in the characteristics, 1 and the number itself. These were a load of examples I came up with. You might have come up with more. And these are my non-examples. I included 1 in there because that's not a prime number, and -2 because actually prime numbers have to be positive. Make sure you've got something like this copied down in your dark blue book. It may all be in your own words, that's even better because you'll understand it even more. Okay, so square numbers, as we went through in the starter, are numbers that are something times itself give us a square number. So 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4, 3 squared is 9, 4 squared is 16, 5 squared is 25. 1, 4, 9 and 16 and 25 are all square numbers. Flora had a challenge for her friends. She asked them, can you make square numbers by adding together 2 prime numbers? Ollie had a think. Let me think, I know that 4 is 2 plus 2. 2 is a prime number, 2 is a prime number, 2 plus 2 gives me 4, that gives me a square number. Have a go yourself. How many square numbers from 4 to 25 can you make by adding together 2 prime numbers? Pause the video and in your light blue books, can you solve this problem for me? Okay, let's go through some possible answers. If I've got 9, I can only make that as 1 plus 8, but neither of those are prime numbers. I could do 2 plus 7. Both of those are prime numbers, so 9 could be made up of 2 plus 7. 16, I could make 16 from 3 plus 13. And 25, you could have made up of, what could you make 25 up of? You'd have 7, no that wouldn't work, 9, 11, that wouldn't work, 13, would that work? You'd have to do 13 plus 12, that wouldn't work. 17, 19 plus 6 wouldn't work. 3 plus 22 wouldn't work. I don't think you can make 25. If you can, send me a message, let me know. Okay, here's an exam question for you. I'm thinking of a prime number. Its digits add up to a square number. Write down a prime number that I could be thinking of. For example, if I was thinking of a prime number like 13, if I add together 1 and 3, I get the square number 4. So that would work. How many examples can you think of? Pause the video for a few minutes and see what you can come up with. Okay, let's think of some possible answers we could have. We could have 11. 1 plus 1 gives me 2. That doesn't work because 2 is not a square number. If I had 17, I'd have 1 plus 7 gives me 8. Doesn't work, not a square number. Did you come up with any more? Let me know, send me a message. Let's do another one. Zoe's password is made up of 4 different digits. She remembers it as 2 two-digit numbers. The first 2-digit number is a prime number between 10 and 20. The second 2-digit is a prime number between 20 and 30. List some possible passwords for me. Pause the video, have a little think, see what you can get. Okay, so her possible passwords could be 11, 11 and 23. They could be 11 and 29. They could be 13 and 23. They could be 13 and 29. We could have had 17 and 23. 17 and 29. She could have had 19 and 23. Or 19 and 29. Lots of options there for you, Year 9. That's the end of today's lesson. Can you now please go to the Google Classroom and complete my exit tickets? Have a lovely day. Thank you very much.